Salams and welcome. I'm sure you are surprised and shocked as I am when I was reading the newspaper, minding my own business. And then we see a notice impeach Mr. President Cyril Ramaphosa. Why? I got a shock. He's such a nice man, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa. He's a good man. I attended the Presidential Business Summit recently at Tafan Forensic Estate with the Progressive Business Forum, and I was very impressed by the knowledge, the acumen, and the sincerity of our President, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa. He is a multi-billionaire. He is an astute businessman, and we want to impeach him on very, very shaky grounds. Why? It doesn't make sense. So I did a little bit of research, and let me share with you why I don't think that this is the right thing to do, and why it is a canary. It's a red canary. It's a red herring. It's a red herring. Okay. DA Federal Council Leader, Chairperson, Ms. Hella Ziller, a fabulous lady. I like this lady. She's a good lady. She's a strategist. She's a very slim lady. Is that what you call it? She's a very elegant and lovely lady. We saw when Leon Schuster pranked her at Parliament House a couple of years ago. She's a very nice lady, very intelligent lady, and I'm happy that she was part of the strategy with DA and the ANC to form the Government of National Unity. This is what an interviewer reporter asked her a question, and this is what she has to say. Ms. Helen Ziller said, the DA party will protect President Cyril Ramaphosa should there be an impeachment motion related to Phala Phala. This is what Helen Ziller has said, Ms. Helen Ziller, and I support this 100%, and I will tell you why. Ms. Ziller went further on and she added to that statement, and which is a very courageous thing and a noble thing to do. She said, we will only support the impeachment if the evidence suggests that there should be an impeachment. So we must focus on the evidence. So this is a brilliant answer that Ms. Helen Ziller gave. That what is the evidence? Okay, so let's see what is the evidence of Phala Phala. Let's get this thing sorted out once and for all. Evidence of Phala Phala. Our President, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, has denied any wrongdoing. He said, look, I didn't do anything wrong. And I agree with him 100%. He did not do anything wrong. I will explain to you why, and I will give you the evidence. He was overseas. Mr. Ramaphosa was gone overseas. While he was gone overseas, criminals broke into his home, his farm, and they stole things, and they stole his money. So remember very carefully what I'm going to say now. The president did not steal from the people. Okay, let's get this very clear. Mr. Ramaphosa did not steal from anyone. He did not steal from you. He did not steal from me. He did not steal from the government. He did not steal anybody's taxes. He was not involved in bribery. He did not do nothing wrong. The president did not steal. He does not have to steal any money. He's a multi-billionaire. He doesn't need your money. In fact, we need to go to him for money. In fact, half of his salary gives it away to charity. This is a man, he did not steal. But in contrast, what happened? The people, the criminals stole from the president. Listen very carefully. The president did not steal from anybody. The people, the criminals stole from the president. So why is he guilty? For what? It doesn't make sense. I mean, the criminal steals from my house. Why you want to send me to jail? It doesn't make sense. So please, let's leave all of this Phala Phala thing out. It's just a red herring. And then there was a full investigation. Let's not think that this was thrown under the carpet. There was a full investigation. The ethics committee did a full investigation, a thorough investigation. And there was a public protector, the public protector, advocate, and I apologize, I will try and pronounce correctly, Cloleka Glahleko. Glahleko, I don't know if that's correct. Cloleka Glahleko. Is it correct? Glahleka. After they did a thorough investigation, she came to a clear ruling. She said, she exonerated Mr. Ramaphosa. That means he was clear. He was found clear, innocent of any wrongdoing. That means the president is innocent of any crime. He is a victim of a crime. So Phala Phala is nothing. It's gone. It's finished. The president has been found innocent, and I agree 100% for him. They stole from him. He did not steal from anybody else. So let's not make a big issue. Let's stop all these cowardly adverts to show a sofa and all of the things. Please, let's not make a mockery of our president. We must support him, respect him. We have elected a leader. Let's respect our leader. Please, let's be honorable. Let's show some sportsmanship. In sports, you show some sportsmanship. You help the opposite party up. You don't do wrong kicks. You don't kick the opposite party down. Be a sports person. Let's be cultured human beings. Let's forget about his Phala Phala. An investigation was done. He's been cleared of any wrongdoing. Let me give you another example. Let us say if you are in business or if I'm in business. Let us say you are a fabulously rich person. You are dealing in exotic cars. For example, now you are selling Lamborghinis, you are selling Rolls Royces, you are selling exotic cars, right? So, for example, here you are. You're a businessman. Take any example. Here's a businessman. You are selling exotic cars. Say, for example, you're selling exotic cars. You sell exotic cars for $5 million. Here's your house. Now, all of a sudden, you got to go overseas, either for an urgent business trip or you're going for holidays. So, what you do? You tell your wife or you tell your children, you know what? We've got this $5 million. I'll sort it out when I come back home. Let's just hide it somewhere. I don't have a safe in my house. Let's just hide it somewhere. Let's hide it in the ceiling, or let's put it in the sofa, or let's hide it under the carpets, or let's hide it in the garage, or let's hide it somewhere. When we come back, we'll sort it out. Now, meanwhile, you're gone to overseas. While you're gone to overseas, what happened? The criminals, they come, they break into your house. The criminals, they steal your money. You have worked hard for your money. It was a business transaction. You did not steal anybody's money. There was nothing wrong with this money. The criminals have stolen from you. So why should the victim be guilty? So now you want the police must catch you? For what? Criminals stole, go catch the criminals. So if they stole from the president, leave the president alone, go catch the criminals. So I don't understand this Phala Phala. We're saying, oh, it's ethics this and ethics this. All right, let me give an example of ethics. If you're talking about ethics, then you talk my language. If you're talking about morals, ethics and personal integrity and honesty and loyalty, then you talk my language. So let's see if you got a moral compass. So people who are shouting the banner of ethics, we must be ethical people. Let me give you a challenge to all South Africans. I'm giving a challenge to the National Assembly. There are 400 new members of the National Assembly. So if we are so worried about ethics, and we must be worried about ethics, we must throw out crime and corruption, as what our president said. He has appointed the National Prosecuting Authority, the NPA, is totally independent. It is an independent judiciary. Even the president cannot influence that judiciary. So that I salute Mr. Ramaphosa. Mr. Ramaphosa ensured we want to take out corruption. We want to end state capture, as what he said at the Presidential Business Summit, which I attended, which he said we are putting an end to state corruption. And I believe him. I trust him. He's a sincere man. And he said, that's why he made sure that there was an independent judiciary, an NPA. So those people who are still stirring up the hornet's nest, open up a can of worms about Phala. Phala Phala means nothing, okay, as far as I'm concerned. So those people who are concerned about it, I'm giving a challenge. Let's see if people got the guts. I'm telling our honorable MPs, the 400 honorable MPs, I would suggest, let's do and I want all journalists and newspapers to follow this up, do a forensic audit. I want everyone to do a forensic audit on all 400 members of parliament for the past 10 to 20 years, or even since 1994. Even those who have resigned, any MP, do a forensic audit. If you're worried about ethics, let's see how many people have received bribery. How many people have received gifts? Who has breached the ethics? If you are concerned about ethics, I want all 400 members to go under a detailed forensic audit. I can guarantee you something. There's a lot of skeletons in a closet. Please don't tell me that a politician is an angel. Every politician, I can tell you now, each one of that 400 members of our honorable MPs, I can tell you now, guaranteed, they got skeletons in the closet. So if we want to go ahead with this Phala Phala or this investigation, which is meaningless, it's just a distraction, it's changing our focus, then I would suggest immediately, let's do a forensic audit of every member of parliament immediately. Even if they got a parking ticket, I want to know about it and publish it in the Sunday Times, publish it in all newspapers. As a medical doctor and a scientist, and as a psychologist, and as a lover of the human brain, I studied the human brain extensively. That's why I do the programs on the human brain. I can tell you now, there are the 2 Ds that destroy the progress in any country. Okay, they hinder the progress of any nation. That's called the 2 Ds. These are the 2 dangerous Ds. If you want to stop progress in a country, you will always find the 2 Ds. We must not allow the 2 Ds to affect South Africa. One is called diversionary tactics, and one is called distraction. So Phala Phala is a diversionary tactic and Phala Phala is a distraction. We must not allow distraction and diversionary tactics to change our focus. What is our focus? Our focus is that we have got now a government of national unity, a GNU. Our focus should be on economic recovery, business and growth for our economy. We've got the right business leaders. We've got the captain of our team, Mr. Ramaphosa, a billionaire. He is a businessman. He is an entrepreneur. He understands the economy. He went to Singapore and all these countries to understand how to grow and develop our country. Let's give this man a chance. We've got fabulous leaders within the ANC. We've got fabulous leaders within the DA and all the other parties who are forming part of the GNU, whether it's the EFF or any other parties. We've got fabulous team leaders. So let's leave out all this. Anyone who's let's not be distracted. Others are going to spend years and years, months and months on media attention. Phala Phala this, Phala Phala that, Phala Phala this, Phala Phala that, Phala Phala. I'm so tired of sofas, I don't want to buy sofas anymore. Maybe let's buy sofas, maybe there's money in sofas. Yeah, let's go have a sofa sale. Like that time when there was a riots in KwaZulu-Natal, there was a famous blue sofa. It was going from place to place, a designer blue sofa. So I want to design a blue sofa like that. What about you? Yeah, I like sofas. So please, let's stop all this diversion tactics. Let's stop all these distractions. Let's focus. Put our support behind the government. Let's have positive thinking. Let's take the chains around our brains, because if you have negative thinking, then our chain is in our brain. If you are a racist, then your brain is in a cage. Then you are in a zoo. If you are a racist, you are in a zoo. Your brain is in a cage. If you talk about diversionary tactics, then your brain is in a cage. If you talk about dividing South Africa, your brain is in a cage. Let's help to build South Africa. We must take the brain out of the cage and we'll say no racism. We love the black, the white, the Indian, the colored, the Cape Malay, the Khoisan, the Boer Cup, the Mitchells Plain, the Cape Town, the Polokwane, the Mpumalanga, the Gauteng. We love everybody. Eastern Cape, Northern Cape, Western Cape. We love everybody. Mahikeng, Vryburg. We even love our neighbors. It's what Eswatini, is it Eswatini, Swaziland, Lesotho, Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe. We love everybody. So please remember, take your brain out of the cage. Take out the toxins from our brain. Take out the negative thing from our brain. Disability is not an inability. No matter what your difficulty in life is, remember, disability is not an inability. Life is difficult. We just want food on our table. We want shelter. We want to help the poor people, the widows, the orphan, the weak. We want to help get this country right. There's poverty in our land. Let's help the people. Let's help the poor people. Let's leave out this diversionary and distraction tactics, please. We've got a new government. Let's put our full 100%. Let's, for the next 5 years, let's stop talking about the past 30 years. Let's stop talking about apartheid. Let's stop talking about the problems we had in the past 30 years. Let's look at the next 5 years with love and with beauty. We are all good people. Let's support the ANC, the GNU. Incidentally, the GNU, we call it the Government of National Unity. When I was small and I do this research, it's called a GNU. There's an animal called a GNU. GNU is an animal called a GNU. And maybe some of our biologists or zookeepers will tell us, what is this animal called a GNU? I think it's like a wildebeest. It's like half an okapi and half a zebra. It's a very special animal. You don't see it. And that's why the Government of National Unity is a GNU. It's a special animal like a unicorn. It's a fantasy, mystical animal. And the DA and ANC is a mystical beast that no one thought it was possible. It's a miracle. It's a miracle animal that's going to take this country forward. And we're going to shock the whole world. We're going to make South Africa into another Dubai. So don't quit. Don't quit. May your life be filled with blessings. Always remember God. In whatever you do, you say Alhamdulillah. And then my prayer for you is, may your life be filled with blessings and barakah. Warmest regards and kindness. Ek is geskiet, ne? You remember, spinal disability and stroke. Criminals came into my house, 3 gunshots, twa. And that's why ek is here. Okay, stay well. Give me continue with your support. Subscribe if you haven't. Share this message with everyone on South Africa. We must get wakker. My time is up, so I'll sing my special song. Not the Yampirivit song. I like the Yampirivit Sansel. Goeiemorgen, my man. Das koffie en die kan. Goeiemorgen, my vrouw. Here's a swinkie for you. Bright flies, rugby, sunny skies and BMW. And we always add biltong and samosas lekker blij.